had 3 pieces of equipment shut off within like a minute or two.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Welcome to another episode of Spirit Meets Science, where authentic mediumship and science come together. We are in Foster, Rhode Island, live on location.
So what we have here is at the Ramtail Mill today, which was actually called the Foster Woolen Manufacturing Company when it was founded, but Ramtail is a colloquial that they use because it keeps wool to make cloth. So we're going to attempt to do some communication today using, of course, Gary as a spirit medium, and then we're going to attempt to validate it with this equipment, which happens to be a spirit box, a specially designed box that actually runs through the frequencies as we communicate with the spirits, and if they caught up in that frequency, you hear them speak in real time, and this amplifies it. And these two gadgets here, one just actually takes the frequencies and narrows it to a smaller area, which is about this area here, so you're not capturing radio stations on Route 6. And I also have this chromatic tuner. We want to see if they speak in the frequencies, what frequency they actually speaking at that moment, as well as here. So it's going to be pretty interesting to compare them. K2 meter, which lights up when they do speak. It's kind of, we've been here before with these before and they work really well. And this ball, hopefully, I'm going to put it somewhere. If somebody moves it, it'll go off, see?
This is... Hi, good to see you too. They did it? I need you to tell me who they are. Look, I know you didn't do this on your own. Come on, Pete, give me a sign. Tell me what's up. Let me know. Well, what, Pete? Come on, let me know. I'm here for you. How many people are with you, Pete? Talk to me.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wow.
Pete, this was not suicide, right, Pete? Let me know.
Others.
Why were you murdered, Pete? They want it. What did they want, Pete? Was there a struggle? You're showing me a struggle, Pete. Was it about money? Or was someone mad at you? There's a struggle right in here. There's two people arguing. And we're right, you guys are right standing about where the argument was. And it feels kind of like we're discussing, we're arguing. Hey, Pete. I got the keys. I got the keys, Pete. Hey, Pete, why don't you tell them why the keys are so important? What did you say, Pete? Tell them. In your cold, dead hands, Pete? Or am I going to put them in my pocket? Let me know. Hey, Pete, I like you. Pete, I want you to tell me about the little energy I'm picking up. I want you to tell me who the child is around you.
One.
Why is there a child around you, Pete? Is it your child? I keep picking up a playful energy here beyond you. No offense, you're not that playful.
Leave.
You want me to leave, Pete? I'm not leaving. Not till you tell me your whole story. You showed me the guys.
Can you give us a name?
Yeah, give us a name, Pete. Tell me who's with you. And why did they want you gone? Hey, Pete, if you were here, I'd buy you a bottle of rum.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wish I brought some for you. Hey, Pete, if you were here, I'd buy you a bottle of rum.
Thank you.
They didn't have to leave here for much, you know. Everything was here. All I had to do was walk over there to go home. Because I'm not far from home. Hey, Pete, who's waiting for you at home? Did she miss you after? Pete, when I come back next time, I'll bring a bottle of rum. I promise I'll come back. By the way, everybody here, Pete, is a friend. We've got Arlene and Tom, and we've got Virginia and Scott. We're all here to hear your story.
You remember us, do you?
You remember Tom and Arlene? They've been here before. When they killed you, who got your share?
The company.
The company that is there?
Did you own a share of this place, Pete?
This is dated May 17th, 1822, where there was 3 documents. One was actually hidden. I found it hidden not even in the right place but these are the documents where only Potter and William Potter get Pele Walker's shares in the factory and land. He doesn't sign them, and it's done at almost 1 in the morning on the 17th, 18th of May, which you would be working under candlelight. There was no smoke.
Right.
That was all they had.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it shows here, see, he doesn't sign it. Someone else signs it for him. Now, his wife, Mary Walker, which was a Potter,
Yep.
William Potter's daughter,
Yep.
later in July says, I agree with this stuff. And William Potter, strangely enough, gives the Walker family back the 10 acres that he took from Peleg in one of these deeds a few months later.
So there are a lot of shifty
And
things
then
going
Peleg
on.
Walker's found hanging a day later in the mill.
And you had help.
In the middle.
And what's the accident you keep talking about? There was an accident, Pete. Tell me about the accident. What happened to his hand? Can you tell me what happened to his hand, Pete? What he's showing me, somebody got caught in a piece of machinery. It looks like their hand got mangled. I don't think they passed from it, but it was one of those debilitating kind of deals. And they feel pretty young.
They did.
Because it's almost like it was one of those, I wouldn't say horrendous, but it was a tough accident.
Need your help.
Need
yeah.
your help.
It's getting cold. Hey Pete, who is Cole? C-O-L-E. Who is Cole? What's Cole got to do with this?
When you mentioned the name Cole, Aura Potter married Only Potter. Only Potter was William Potter's son, and William Potter was the one who founded the factory with Peleg Walker, which was his son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
So, and then Marvin Round, which was another brother-in-law, and Jonathan Ellis, which was William Potter's brother-in-law. So, Only Potter married Aura Cole. The Coles were very famous in that area. Dolly Cole Hills, a brook runs into there. It's Dolly Cole Brook.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
B-A-N, B-A-N, B-A-N. What's the B-A-N for? What are you trying to spell? I'm sorry, yeah, I know your spelling's not that good. Hey Tom, who's Bancroft?
Bancroft.
Bancroft. The word looks like Bancroft.
It sounds familiar.
Is that another company?
It could have been, yeah.
Because he showed me what it looks like. He wrote it on a piece of paper. It looks like Bancroft.
It could have been the people they dealt with that would come and bring the
wool or
wool
whatever.
to the, yeah. It just sounds familiar.
Hey Pete, every once in a while, do you like scaring people down here? You think that it's funny that every now and then you give somebody a good scare?
Did he say fishing?
Fly
Fly fishing, that's what I thought he said.
Likes to fly.
People
He
come
does.
here and fly fish all the time, and we owned a bait shop for 40 years. They used to tell us some of them would never come back here because of what happens.
Wow. Too many kids.
Too many kids. How many kids, Pete?
What are you doing here?
Pete, I want to thank you. I want to thank the lady, and I want to thank the young energy. All three of you. And who's the one more guy that just showed up? Is he here for a reason? Why does he look?
That was
amazing.
a real good. You got a lot of hits out there.
Oh my God, yeah.
And today is what? May 20th?
20th, yeah.
It is, yeah.
And it's the anniversary?
It would be May 19th that they gave it as Peleg Walker's death, so they found him on the 20th probably, May 20th.
So we were there on the day that they found him 200 years ago.
Yeah, 198
Yep.
years ago.
So 2 more years, it'll be 200.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and of course we used this equipment to grab everything, and the reason why I took the tuner is because if you have different voices, you can pretty much get the pitches of the voices. So that helps say, oh, you know, if you got like someone keeps coming in at G sharp, and then someone comes in at D, there's a chances of two different people.
So you can actually isolate who
The
it is
different
that you're
voices.
speaking
Yeah,
at.
that's why
So
I
if there's
used the
two
tuner.
if there's two that sound very similar, we'll be able to.
Mr. Walker was coming in at G sharp an awful lot.
Okay.
That's the one that you kept talking to. And then there was two women, one that came in at A, this is an octave up A, and one that came in at F sharp, almost an octave up. Now here's the cool part about that, you said Cole, and,
Wow.
Because you kept going Cole, C-O-L-E, Cole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and Aura Potter, after, when Peleg Walker died, only Potter had his shares in the factory. Now you mentioned something about a document,
Yep.
and guess what I got?
What do you
This is
got?
gonna blow you away, I swear. This is insane.
First of all, there was here. This is we're going into 1817. William Potter, David Wilkinson.
Middle.
He kept showing me that he had home pain.
Now there was another person, Jonathan Buckland, that you're saying, how could these people do this, right? In 1817, their neighbor, Jonathan Buckland, actually borrowed money from them and put his property up for collateral and said he'd pay him back 6 months later.
We pay him back.
He didn't pay them back. They took his property,
Who did?
the Potters. And what he ended up doing is this Jonathan Buckland, he ended up killing himself in the mill also. And then a man named
You
David
you
Wilkinson
said-
bought it.
There was 9 kids.
Yeah.
But were there 9 kids?
I could look that up. I have it here.
Yeah, let's see. Just out of curiosity.
Oh, right here. In the book.
Yeah.
Let's see. William Hart. Okay, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
That's
Nine names
awesome.
mentioned,
9,
yeah.
you said
Yeah.
9
Yeah,
kids.
because somebody said 8, and no, 9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
They had to split it with a lot of people. Some of the voices you were getting, which were kind of really wild. You got Coley, the Bancroft thing. I'm looking. I got to look this up here because Billy Walker actually bought a mill in Burrillville, and him and and William Potter Jr. started this little mill in Burrillville called the Walker or Potter Walker Firm. So he, Mr. Tibbetts, Mr. Wilkinson, there's a lot of weird stuff going on because David Wilkinson had a guy bid on the mill. And the guy bought the mill. And then 1 hour later, he bought it from the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
because
setup.
David Wilkinson was the executor of Paley
So you
Walker's
can't buy
estate,
it.
he couldn't
Buy it because
anything.
he's an executor.
Yeah.
So you had somebody else going with the money.
Yep.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yep.
That's nasty.
This is pretty much why he's still hanging out.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You know, this is kind of like it's unfinished yet.
David Wilkinson ended up owning everything he once had.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So he
Yeah.
waited in the mist as everybody started to drop off or had
something or
people
other.
disappear.
Yeah.
Children used to get injured all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of children died.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was way before child labor laws.
Yeah, because we didn't teach them to be careful.
Well, not to mention, you kids worked. At
Yes,
10,
at
12
10 years old, they
you're-
were running the
Yeah.
mill. Yeah.
They
By the
like
time
them.
they could walk, they would have those little yokes on to carry water.
Yeah.
And they were small enough to fit under the machines.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. If they dropped a pot,
Yeah,
you
so
go on
he
the
bought-
machine. Yeah.
They bought that mill burned down. The grist mill next to it burned down. Paley Walker owned the cemetery we were in.
Yeah.
He owned that land at one point. He bought that on May 7th, 1816. And that land was part of the land you would be entering into the Ramtail Factory. He had it blocked off. He had it
Oh,
blocked off.
cool.
So
There's a cemetery.
So,
It's a
yeah, you had to
cemetery.
pass over his property. That little cemetery way in the
Yeah.
left-hand corner
Yeah.
was the original one, and that was in the deed to be a cemetery.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. And across Route 6, he owned all that, where Route 6 runs through now,
Yeah.
because the original road was Hopkins Mill Road. So,
Wow.
yeah, so and also, over here you can see where it says, 1885 State Census, page 36, Ramtail Factory haunted.
That's so cool.
That's in the state
Yeah.
census.
In 1885,
85. Yeah. So it was known to be haunted.
before it
Oh,
fell down.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
before it
before
was
it-
Essentially, yeah.
and that's those artifacts there. You see that bell? That's not a bell. That's a weight.
Okay.
That's the Taunton speeder. The weight to the Taunton speeder from the factory. We found it, and a few other pieces of nails.
When he came through, it was different. Normally when I do this, I'll get a whole story. He came through in pieces. It's like he kept jumping in, and he'd give me a wham, like boom, gotta tell you this, and then he'd pull back. And then he'd come in, wham, and then he'd pull back. That's why a lot of times when I do this, you get a whole story. He wasn't giving me a whole story. He was giving me bits, a piece here, a piece there, just telling me almost like what he wanted, but he wouldn't give me the whole story.
That's kind of like his whole life here is
Yes.
fragmented with things.
And when we listen to EVPs, we'll be able to hear those things that he
Yes.
Well, that's
Which
why I
is
was
amazing.
prompting him. I
Yeah, you were
kept
prompting.
prompting him through the whole thing, because it's kind of like, tell me more, and he was
Right.
holding back, and I'm going, I don't know if he's covering for someone. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but that's why I pushed him so
Well,
much.
he might, could be kind of covering because he was married to William Potter's daughter
Yeah.
and only Potter's sister. And we kind of think because of the argument, they say, you know, only Potter had a lot to do with it, obviously because all the stuff is being given to him and William the day before he dies.
Oh.
And they're not signing it.
Yeah.
Paley Walker and Mary Walker are not there to
Right.
sign it. Someone else
They're
signed it
not
for
there
them.
to sign
They're
it.
not there to sign it.
So they all knew he was gonna get killed, so they went ahead and signed it? Is that what you're saying? That's what it looks like?
let's just say that he may have been in trouble, they got signed over, and then all of a sudden he mysteriously died.
He suddenly died.
Cool.
Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I
And
think
the
that's
woman, yeah.
why he responds to you so much. For any time we go there, we always seem to get like great EVPs and a lot of, banter almost back and forth.
Now, if anybody out there watching this wants to read more,
Yes.
Tom,
Oh, yes, yes.
we would suggest Rhode Island's Haunted Ramtail Factory by Tom Daggs.
And not this.
No, not the
This
big
will only
one.
take you 5 years to read.
And
Way
what-
more than 5 years.
if anybody wants to visit the Ramtail Factory, that is open to the public.
It's open as a land trust, yes. You'll see the trail going in.
It's a beautiful place.
It's a
The
very
water is
wonderful place,
beautiful.
very peaceful.
Yep.
And you were talking about, remember I said fly fishing?
Yeah.
That's what I loved about that because we owned a bait and tackle shop for 40 years, from 1975 to 2015. And one of the places my father used to love going there and fly fish, and a lot of people used to go there and fly fish and everything because you can see it's a nice running stream and there is a lot of, but we had several accounts, and I think I put 1 or 2 in this book, of people who had gone there and went fly fishing, including one person who said they left their equipment one time. They just ran. Something rose out of the water and they were like, woof,
Wow.
gone.
Well, hopefully we'll have to go visit that.
And yeah, so it was kind of funny because a lot of people used to go fly fishing and a lot of me say, don't go there, that place is haunted. I'm going back there ever again.
So it was so strange when you said, did you like to scare people?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it came out
Fly
so
fishing.
clear, like fly fishing.
Yeah.
It was like, wow.
Now, Tom, is your book still available?
yeah, it's still available. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon.
So Rhode Island's Haunted Ramtail Factory.
And
Spirit Meets Science. You can reach out to us anytime at spiritsmeetscience.com. Drop us a line, subscribe, or just say hi. Stay safe and well, everyone.
Happy haunts.
Very happy haunts.